It is my hope that you're getting a lot of information today, and for some of our previous segments also here on So Graceful, talking about aging gracefully with the help of AARP. Our guest speaker for this afternoon is Mr. Joe Garbanzos. Sir, we talked about caregiving, and it is important, especially for the Filipino community, to talk about that because there's two kinds of caregivers. Ones that are like structured caregiving, for those who get paid for it. You care for basically a stranger, and the second is family, which is driven by culture.
Right.
Let's talk about the industry first, because earlier during the break you were mentioning about the industry in San Diego, and we all know that it's dominated by Filipinos.
Right. Filipinos, I think, are natural caregivers. It's a very loving culture, and it comes naturally. But as a business, we also see that the industry of providing care in a professional way, structured in a home setting, is usually dominated by Filipinos, mostly nurses, retired nurses, or still working as nurses. And they have a home, and it's a empty nest. The kids have grown up, so they converted their home into a home care. And since they're nurses, they're able to provide care. That is a robust, malakas na industry, and especially in San Diego, there's a lot of Filipino-American who own home care businesses. And so in that space, industry na yan, they're trained, they have their own continuing education to support them to be good at what they do, and they're also highly regulated. So maraming resources sila. Pero ang kadalasan ay yung mga caregivers na nagtatrabaho dyan, hindi nurse. Yun usually, a typical worker is someone who just came to this country, could not get into mainstream occupations. So they take the first job that opens up. Usually that's caregiving. Marami tayong mga kababayan na yun ang ginagawa. And so these people are pretty much on their own.
Exactly, diba? And so para dun sa mga caregivers na nasabak sa caregiving, at para dun sa mga family caregivers na ganun din, nasabak,
That's
no
right.
choice. AARP is here to help.
Yes.
Because the message is you are not alone. It's
Yes,
provided by you.
so you're not alone is a key point in all these. You're not alone, and there are resources available. AARP provides Prepared to Care guide. That's a handout that provides a checklist of things that you need to know, you need to prepare in order to provide care. And so that will be a useful tool. You can get that by going to an AARP website, and there's aarp.org/AAPI, which stands for Asian American Pacific Islander Population. You can go to that website. It's open to anyone. You don't have to be a member of AARP to get into the website, and you can request information. You can also call a toll-free number. And again, it's open to members, anyone who needs information. The number is 866-805-1986. So these are resources available. The county, depending on where you live, the state, also provides some kind of resources. But I think going first to AARP might not be a bad step, because it can channel you to other resources that might be available in your community.
And let me say that I went on that to prepare for this interview, and I saw that even for myself, I'm a 42-year-old mom of two. My kids are 3 years old and 1 year old, although I have retired parents. So anyone should go and get. Because if you're aging, you don't want to be a burden to your family members. I think it's better that you also prepare. Or you prepare them, correct?
That's a very insightful point, because I was sharing with you earlier, and you know this, that the 10,000 baby boomers that are retiring are not exactly going to be retirement period or travel all the time. Most of these baby boomers who are retiring are going to be caregivers. So they need to not only prepare for their own care, but in many cases they are providing care to someone, either older than them or younger than them.
If there's a parting message that you would like to share to our viewers, and even if it's just to emphasize or to repeat what has already been said, what would it be?
As a caregiver, you need to take care of yourself, number one. Number two, you're not alone. There are resources available. Number three, very important, you need to have a discussion among yourselves within the family unit to plan for caregiving. It just doesn't happen. So you're better off planning ahead. Resources are available to help you, as opposed to scrambling when it's pressure time and someone has to step up. And so that's usually a recipe for less than effective way of planning care. So those are the three key points that I'd like to emphasize.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm pretty sure I learned a lot, and I'm pretty sure our viewers have as well. And we hope to see you back here on So Jannelle So Graceful with AARP on So Jannelle.